Welcome to Bedtime Horror, your portal to scary stories. Pine Grove, once a haven of tranquility, took an eerie turn when Mr. Anderson moved in next door. His house, a stark contrast to the manicured lawns and cheerful mailboxes, seemed to emit an unsettling energy. However, it wasn't just the mismatched lawn ornaments that caught my attention, but the way he stared. The first unsettling encounter occurred on a sunny Saturday morning. I was enjoying my coffee on the porch when I felt his intense gaze. Mr. Anderson was standing in his backyard, eyes locked on me. The stare wasn't a curious or friendly glance, but a piercing, almost angry look. It sent shivers down my spine, leaving me to wonder what I had done to provoke such an unsettling glare. As the weeks passed, those angry stares became a daily ritual. Whether I was tending to my garden or pulling into the driveway, his eyes followed my every move. It was as if I had become the target of his silent, judgmental scrutiny. And he could just show up from nowhere and just stand there and stare. Unable to shake the discomfort, I decided to observe him in return. Walking past his house, I caught glimpses of him through the living room window. There he was, staring out with the same intensity, his eyes never leaving me. It was like he was watching, waiting, harboring some unspoken resentment. Even encounters at the grocery store turned into unnerving experiences. His angry gaze lingered on me as he pretended to peruse the aisles. It was a silent confrontation, and I thought, who knows what crazy things a man like that can do. So I did hurry to pick my groceries and left the store. Eventually, the weight of those angry stares became too much to bear. One evening, I mustered the courage to confront him. I approached Mr. Anderson and asked directly about his hostile glares, about the unsettling feeling of being watched with disdain. His response was as cryptic as his stares. "Mind your own business," he said, his voice carrying an undercurrent of anger. There was no explanation, no attempt to soothe my concerns. It was a stark dismissal, leaving me to grapple with the unresolved tension that now hung between us. And so, Pine Grove retained its facade of suburban normalcy, but beneath it lay an unsettling reality. Mr. Anderson, with his angry stares and cryptic responses, had injected an element of discomfort into the once serene neighborhood. As I navigate the peculiarities of Pine Grove, I can't shake the feeling that behind those intense, resentful eyes, there are secrets best left undiscovered. It was a sunny day when we moved into our new home on Maple Street. The neighborhood seemed calm, with kids playing outside and friendly neighbors waving hello. Our excitement was palpable as we unpacked boxes and settled into our cozy house. As the days passed, we couldn't help but notice the peculiarities surrounding the house next door. The yard was overgrown with weeds, and the windows were always tightly shut. Our neighbors rarely ventured outside, and when they did, it was like they were trying to avoid being seen. We brushed it off, thinking everyone has their quirks. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows on Maple Street, we heard strange sounds coming from the house next door. Creaks and groans echoed through the air, as if the old building itself was whispering secrets. Curiosity got the best of us, and we decided to take a closer look. Approaching the house, we noticed a dim light flickering behind the tattered curtains. The closer we got, the more uneasy we felt, like an invisible force warning us to stay away. The front door, slightly ajar, beckoned us to step inside. Against our better judgment, we entered the mysterious dwelling, and what we discovered inside would change our lives forever. The interior was frozen in time, covered in dust and cobwebs. Antique furniture lined the rooms, untouched by the passage of years. As we explored, a chill ran down our spines. It was as if the house itself held memories it was reluctant to share. we stumbled upon old photographs and newspaper clippings, hinting at a tragic history that had unfolded within those walls. As the night deepened, the house seemed to come alive with eerie whispers and distant footsteps. The air grew heavy with the weight of the past. We felt an unseen presence, watching our every move. Fear began to claw at us, urging us to leave, but an inexplicable force compelled us to stay and uncover the secrets hidden within the house on Maple Street. The longer we stayed in the house on Maple Street, the more we became entangled in its enigmatic history. Shadows danced on the walls, playing tricks on our imagination, and the whispers grew louder, as if the house itself was trying to communicate. Every creak of the floorboards echoed with a story left untold. One room, hidden behind a faded tapestry, seemed to hold the key to the mysteries of the house. As we cautiously pushed the door ajar, a gust of stale air met our faces. Inside, we found an old journal, its pages yellowed with age. The entries chronicled the life of the previous occupants, revealing tales of love, loss, and a darkness that had consumed them. In the flickering light, we read about a family torn apart by tragedy, their sorrow imprinted within the very walls of the house. The once loving parents had become mere echoes of themselves, and their children, lost to the shadows, seemed to linger in every corner. The journal hinted at a malevolent force that fed on the family's grief, trapping their souls within the confines of Maple Street. As the night pressed on, an unsettling feeling enveloped us. It was as if the spirits of the past were reliving their anguish through us, seeking an escape from the perpetual torment that bound them to the house on Maple Street. We knew we had to uncover the truth and free the trapped souls. Guided by the cryptic journal, we stumbled upon a hidden passage that led to a forgotten attic. There, surrounded by forgotten relics, we found a dusty box containing a collection of worn-out toys and faded drawings. These remnants of a happier time served as a stark contrast to the oppressive atmosphere that gripped the house. Determined to break the cycle of despair, we gathered the mementos and carried them to the yard. The night was still, the air pregnant with anticipation. With a profound sense of purpose, we conducted a makeshift ceremony, bidding farewell to the lingering spirits and urging them to find peace beyond Maple Street. As we placed the box in the ground, a sudden gust of wind swept through the yard, extinguishing the candles. In the darkness, we felt a fleeting presence, a collective sigh of relief, as if the weight that had burdened the house for decades had finally lifted. In the days that followed, the house on Maple Street stood silent, its secrets now resting in the annals of the past. The neighborhood resumed its ordinary pace, but the memories of that fateful night lingered in our minds. As we moved forward, we couldn't help but wonder about the stories that homes hold, the echoes of lives lived within their walls, and the mysteries that might unfold with each creak of a floorboard. Thanks for watching, and I hope this story was to your liking.